Hey guys, it's Myra here,
And CZ.
and we're going to show you actually how to start playing the game this time, and we'll probably run through a couple turns just to show you how it goes. We have this player's mat. It comes with like theme decks. On the back of it actually is
Rules to play.
the rules to play. Here it shows you what you can do during a turn, how to win a game.
Your decks goes over here. Discard pile, things that get destroyed or you use, like items you use will go down below it. You start out with one Pokemon at the beginning. That's a basic Pokemon you put up here in your active Pokemon deck. If you have any other basic Pokemon before you start your turn or anything, when you both draw 7 cards, you put them along this bench here if you want, or not. And then after you get all that set up, you drew your 7 cards, you got your active Pokemon up here, your basic bench Pokemon over here too. You draw the first top 6 cards, and you put them over here, and they're prize cards. Basically, this is what you're aiming to get. Each time you knock out one of your Pokemon's active Pokemon, you get a prize card. And if you get all 6 before your opponent does, you win the game. If your opponent has no more benched Pokemon and you knock out their active Pokemon, you win the game that way too.
That's about it. But alright, so we'll get this started quick.
Shuffling the decks right now.
Yep, shuffle your decks. That's how you start the game. Well, first, technically, you're supposed to shake hands with your opponent, but you don't have to do that.
I mean, I would say things like that. It's sportsmanship.
Yeah, it's friendly.
It's more of a thing of people you don't really know.
Yeah, like when you go to like a tournament or something.
But yeah, I'm playing with the Darkrai deck that we were explaining things with. He's playing with the Mewtwo deck.
My favorite.
Obviously, Dark beats Psychic.
We will see. We will see. Alright, so
First
you
thing
put
you
your
do-
deck down in the deck spot.
You draw 7 cards. Alright.
Oh, excellent.
Do you have
excellent.
do you have a coin?
I do have a coin. Let me
Because-
grab that.
To decide who goes first, you flip one of these coins that you get with the thing, and one player calls heads. I'll call heads. Well, you can call heads or tails, but I'm going to call heads and flip it. I get heads, so I get to choose if I want to go first or second. I'm going to go first because the first person is best, in my opinion.
If you go first, you cannot attack first.
Yeah. So what you do is the person who's not first gets to put his active Pokemon down first.
Okay, and right when we get to that point, say you drew a hand like mine. I'm going to reveal it here. I have no basic Pokemon. None at all. And I'm glad this happened because this does happen. And what happens is I reveal my hand, and then I take those 7 cards, shuffle them back into my deck.
Yeah. And while he does that, I get to do my thing basically, because he has no basic Pokemon.
And he also gets to draw a card.
Yeah, if I choose to. But when you first start the game, you put your active Pokemon face down, and then you put your bench Pokemon face down. If they're basic Pokemon, they have to be basic. And then I'll draw a card because it was another basic Pokemon, I can put it face down.
Okay. I can go now. Alright, and we are ready to move forward.
So now that we've got all of our Pokemon face down, we take the first 6 cards on top of the decks and put them in the prize zone.
You're not allowed to look at these cards.
Yeah, you don't know what you got. Basically, there are cards there in your deck that you probably want.
Yeah, most likely.
Alright, and then after that, you flip everything over, reveal your active Pokemon. I started with Inkay, he starts with the Zubat. I have Sableye down thing, he has Jinx, and I have a Darkrai, EX.
tired of
All
your
right.
crap.
It's my turn's first, so I draw my card for my turn. Alright. So, and if you have a Pokemon in your hand that's a stage 1, you can't evolve your Pokemon the time that they first appear on the field. You have to wait till the next turn after you've laid them. But I will play a level ball, which lets me search my deck for a Pokemon with 90 or less HP. And then I can reveal it to him and put it in my hand. Just because I want it, I will reveal Zorua, because it's like my favorite card ever. Well, it's one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Then shuffle again. And then this goes to the discard pile. And on your turn, you can play as many item cards as you want, but you can only play one supporter card and one energy.
Yep, that's how it goes.
And I'm going to play a dark energy under Inkay. And that will be my turn because I can't attack because I'm first player.
Alright, so I'm second player. I'm gonna go draw a card. I am going to put an item, Hard Charm, on Zubat. Now, Hard Charm says that any damage done to my Pokemon that this card is attached to is 20 less, reduced by 20, so I have that on there. I am going to play an energy on Zubat as well. What else am I gonna do? How many cards are in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I'm gonna play a supporter card. Now I can only play one supporter card. Up there at the top in the red it says support. I'm gonna play him. Now this is Battle Reporter, and it lets me draw cards until I have the same number of cards as him. He has 5, I have 3, so I get to draw 2 cards. Alright, I'm gonna put a Spoink down, and I'm going to end my turn. Actually, yep, no, I can't attack, so I'm gonna end my turn.
So my next turn, draw a card. I'm going to put Zorua down, which I should have done last turn. But now it's the second turn, so I can now play Malamar, which is the evolved form of Inkay. He evolves, put it over him, and then I'll play another energy because Malamar's biggest attack needs three energies, 2 dark and a colorless, or 3 dark. But so now he has at least 1 colorless energy on him. He has 2 dark. I can do his attack Mental Panic, which does 30 damage to Zubat. And it says if the defending Pokemon tries to attack during your opponent's next turn, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, the attack does nothing. But I'm attacking with... So I do 30 to Zubat. Well, I do 10 to Zubat because he has the Hard Charm on.
Yep. And now, whenever you put damage on, you have these die. Or you have these. These are damage counters. I use the die because like these are kind of messy. You know, you pop all these out, put them on there, they're scattered everywhere. It's annoying. So I use a die. And 10 damage is just going to be this symbol because there isn't a 1 on here. So I'll put that there.
And when you attack, that automatically ends your turn. So it is now his turn.